1, 2, kangaroo, just like me and just like you, except that they were kangaroo and hadn't very much to do but spend their lives collecting stuff, afraid they might not have enough. For everything they found a space, because they pondered, just in case. Just in case we need a bit, we'd better save a lot of it. Just in case the Martians come, we'll have the stuff and give them some. Just in case, well, just in case, and so they filled up every space. Their house was filled from floor to floor with bricks and bracks and then some more. Every room was overstuffed, every pillow overpuffed. The cupboard doors could hardly hide the piles of stuff piled up inside. Indeed, so full were drawers and shelves, they almost couldn't fit themselves. The first floor had a rocking chair, a darning egg shaped like a pear, an anchor from a fishing boat, a 1920s old fur coat, a picture of their old Aunt Lil, and old Aunt Lil's old coffee mill, a fishing rod, a fishing reel, a green contraption with a wheel. A section that was full of crates, of single shoes that had no mates, of fountain pens that had no ink, and yes, there was a kitchen sink in which a bike took up the space and left no room to wash one's face. The second floor was just the same. It had more things than you could name. Among them, though, to name just some, a basket full of bubble gum. Potted plants and pots and pans, corners crammed with coffee cans, 8 keys, 1 goat and 7 limes, and 1 whole room of Sunday Times. The attic, too, was very full, with skeins of golden knitting wool, with gramophones and green guitars, and pictures showing last year's stars. And on a trunk of tools was set a plaster bust of Lafayette. Each day they filled another space to satisfy that just in case. There wasn't room for one thing more except a spot behind the door, and there, with hardly room to sneeze, the kangaroos themselves did squeeze. Said one, "You know, it's time to eat. Let's go and get ourselves a treat. I'd love a piece of chocolate fudge." But neither kangaroo could budge. For days they stood behind the door, and as their stomachs rumbled more, they dwelt upon their sad distress, and tried to straighten out the mess. "I've got it," one said finally. "We'll give all this away for free." "Free? For free? Oh dear, I can't be hearing what I hear. Give it all away, you're mad. Things could never be that bad." "Oh yes, they could. What's more, they're worse. This stuff of ours is like a curse, for just in case we've made a fuss until we've left no room for us. But while our things do us no good, there must be some for whom they would. Now let's get going, 1, 2, 3, and start to give it out for free." By now, of course, the two were thin, so pulling both their bellies in, they squeezed their way along the floor and somehow slid out of the door. First they gave themselves a meal, then quickly made a sign with zeal that said, "It's free, it's just for you," signed Kangaroo and Kangaroo. And soon a crowd had gathered there, but all the people did was stare. The kangaroos were at a lack to know why folk were holding back. But finally, from in the crowd, a little boy cried out aloud, "Free? For free? It couldn't be. I can't be seeing what I see." "Of course you're seeing what you see. Anything you want is free. And incidentally, little boy, you might like the special toy that's in the box that's on the chair that's near the desk beneath the stair." The boy replied, "But what's the catch? You're sure there are no strings attached?" "Why yes, this string around the back. It's in an orange leather sack." And finally, convinced at last, the people started moving fast. They cleared out every bit of stuff, except the house. Enough's enough. "Thank you for the soldier's hat. I've always wanted one like that." "Thank you for the model train. I left my old one in the rain." "Thank you for the potted plant. It's just the thing to give my aunt." "Thank you for the rocking horse. I'll take good care of it, of course." And last of all, the little boy said, holding tightly to his toy, "A boatmobile, how did you know? I'll take it to the motor show." The kangaroos felt wonderful, with house quite bare but hearts quite full. "You see," said one, "who needs full shelves when all good things come from ourselves? You're right, we needn't save up stuff and be afraid of not enough. But since we've not kept anything, it wouldn't hurt to save this string. We might need paper too some day, no need to throw it all away. I can't help thinking, just in case, and after all, there's so much space."